Y'all in here? Vigilante, what's up, dude? Yo, wrestling superstar, what's going on, dude? All right. Yo, good to hear, bro. Good to hear, Vigilante. What's up, geek? Yo, get the thumbs up, man. I mean, this is breaking news. So I want mad heads up in this bitch. I try to make this quick though. So finally, Jussie Smollett is in police custody. No, Geek Assault. I'm not ready for Captain Marvel. I'm not seeing that nonsense. Yeah, but this dude, I'm so sorry, man. This whole story is hilarious from the get go. This shit is fucking. I mean, when I first heard the story, one of those dudes, you know me, I gotta question the shit. And it's just, you went this far, bro. I mean, seriously, you went this fucking far to go, and because of your Trump derangement syndrome, let's just call it what it is, you went this fucking far, dude. And let me say this, I actually gotta thank him because he brought a lot. Despite what his plan was meant to do, he brought a lot of people together, man. So gotta thank him for that because you saw everybody on all sides came together and said, nah. And I'm so fucking happy for that. Guys, thumbs up my shit, please. But I that is just fucking so hilarious. And I'm glad that he turned himself in because listen, it was going nowhere. He tried his Hail Mary. I gotta give it to him. He hung on to his maintained his innocence, and but once some Nigerian cats got caught, that was it, man. They just rolled on him. They were in when they came back from Nigeria in for a couple hours and they walked out the same day. Nah, they just saw. Listen, he paid us 3,500 each to come to. I mean, what the fuck? What the? Let me. Yeah, L Webb says Wussy Smollett got what he deserved. I agree. Vigilante says sometimes the gays come with more drama than actual female. Um, Don Gortito, yes, I was gonna bring that up. Jussie could have possibly fucked up the lives of two white men. That's another point. Like, what if there were two white dudes that were walking down the street at that? I mean, granted, it's kind of like improbable. Well, no, it's not improbable, but let's say that they're walking down the street at that time, and he was willing to put two random dudes' lives in danger, and not just two random white guys either, but just think about the lie, because he got to live with the lie. You know what I mean? You got not only the LGBT community that got set back by this, but just the black community in general got set back. I mean, and this is insane. And this is my problem, especially with these celebrities out there. It's just, dude, if it's that bad here in America, This is why that talking point that people say, well, it's a conservative talking point. This is why that gives that validity. If it's that bad, dude, you gotta go. Just go somewhere else where you think is better. That's number one. And number two, if it's that fucking bad where you have to fake a hate crime, well, you gotta fake it, bro. Like, that blows my mind. Like, it's not that bad, especially for this motherfucker. Dude, you're a multi-millionaire, bro. You're a multi-millionaire on a hit show. And then, dude, you want to go get a Subway sandwich at 2 a.m? Yes, I looked up that Subway, by the way. It is open 24 hours. There are some that are open 24 hours. But, yo, get Uber Eats or Grubhub to go get that shit. You know what I mean? Like, why would you go out? Like, none of this makes sense. None of it does. Let me go to Vigilantes laughing. Alex Robertson says, I've been wanting to ask you for a while, why don't you review cannabis albums anymore? No, I know he got what is it? Part 3 of that EP shit coming out. And don't mind my hat. My hat's a little bit fucked. I'm going to the gym after this. I just wanted to jump on this topic real quick. Vigilante says no intelligent person was taking him serious. It's sort of reverse racism, no different than a white woman calling rape. Alex, yeah, that's fine. I do want to stay kind of on topic though. This shit is hilarious. L Webb says Jussie don't represent the black community. Gays put their sexuality first. Dina Marie, what's up, my love? Dina Marie says, when Jussie heard the police had 2 men in custody and had no idea it was Nigerians, he was actually willing to press charges on innocence. Yes. Geek Assault says the white, I know who you're talking about. That got confronted by the Indian chief is suing the Washington Post for slander, 250 million. Yeah, he should. Yeah, I'm with him on that. What is Dwayne says? What is reverse racism? That's a term that I don't really use. I just think that I know what Vigilante is saying. I don't use that term because I just say racism is racism. You know what I mean? If you're gonna judge someone on the color of their skin, that's what it is. Alex Robertson. Yeah, no problem, Alex. A random person says his story was crazy when it was first made public. Yeah, exactly, dude. It doesn't make sense. And you know what this is? This is just, and yes, people go, Prophet of Thought, what's up, dude? We got to get together, bro, for real. This is just more liberal propaganda. I keep telling y'all, and people say, oh, why you got to make it political? I didn't make it political. Jussie made it political. He did. This is just more liberal propaganda by the liberal media and by liberal Hollywood. He thought in his mind that if I put this story out there, that y'all just going to have to eat it up. Y'all going to forgive me. And mind you, liberals still going to try and spin this. They're going to spin it somehow, some way. I have a feeling that people are going to make some excuse for it. Like they're going to say, well, he was just trying to start a conversation about race. You know what I mean? Like this. That's why I think he hired like some type of crisis management firm or some shit like that. This is funny shit. This is not over. I want him slammed. I want them to hit him with whatever they can because you can't do this. You cannot do this. And it just, these celebrities that jumped on it and the media that jumped on it because they were willing to go that far. They were willing to say, yeah, we finally got these MAGA dudes. We finally got them because the Covington dudes that were referenced before, the Covington dudes smacked the media in America right in the face because it shows that fake news is real, that they are the enemy of the people. It's true. Vigilante says, I bet them Nigerians are like, Jussie, what the fuck are you doing? Give me the script so I can read. Dude, shit is wild, man. Dwayne Pierce says, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see comes in. Yeah, that's right. Joshua Sanders says, conversation about race my ass. Random person, social experiment is my guess. Yeah, there's going to be something. What up, Blackest Night? Salute to you, too. Vigilante says 90% of them celebs are full of shit. Yup. Geek Assault says all this crying wolf is finally getting called out. These feminazis and SJWs gotta go. Yup. I agree. Q Smooth says, can't believe this dude lied. Now he's in jail. You're a dumbass for doing that. Well, not in jail yet. Prophet of Thought series says they can use his arrest footage on Empire. Yeah, and that was another thing too. I was saying this is like a bad Empire script. That's all this is. That's all this is. So Smollett's trying to smear Trump, but ends up hiring Trump's former lawyers. Dude, this is total insanity. I want an apology from Ellen Page, that fucking cunt. I want an apology from that fucking cunt, Alyssa Milano, all these people that were running with this shit. Kamala Harris, what's up, Q? Kamala Harris, let me get to that aspect of it. And I know, I may be looked at as a conspiracy theorist, but all right, Vigilante, talk to you later. Q Smooth, I'm good. Yeah, Dwayne Pierce. Yeah, exactly. He's the gay Tupac. Like, get the fuck out of here. That in itself, that's a whole nother. I don't even want to go into that. I can make a whole nother video on that. But people aren't looking at the connection. I mean, I know it's kind of a far stretch, but this dude has been shilling for your usual suspects, your Kamala Harris, your Cory Booker, two of the people who have been pushing this anti-lynching bill, which who the fuck gets lynched? I mean, think about it. Who the fuck really gets lynched anymore, right? I mean, this happened back, the last lynching, I believe, was back in 1981. And I don't know if I'm not too sure, but I don't think there was a hung person. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but when this happened and that noose was around his neck, that he kept around his neck even after the attack was over, they turn around and go, look, see, this is exactly why we need this. Mind you, there's pictures of this guy. He shills for these dudes. He shills for them. So, I mean, someone got to make that fucking connection. Someone has got to make that connection. I know it's a stretch. I don't know if Kamala Harris or Cory Booker or if they're that stupid enough to link themselves to it. I mean, one can only hope. But this is really, really bad. Hey, more magic. What's up, Umang? Yo, what's good? Hey guys, you got to support my man Umang, dope MC. Check him out. Yeah, Alex Robertson. Yeah, he said that shit. He said he's the gay Tupac. And mind you, listen, this was at the height of him thinking he was going to get away with this shit. Hey, listen, go back and watch that Robin Roberts interview, the Good Morning America interview. Dude, this dude is a fucking stone cold liar. Jamal Lyin. Yeah, Dina, he did. His sandwich was entire. Yeah, look, it's a KRD. What's up, dude? There's so much in this shit. Let me tell you. You know, maybe I would say about 2 years ago, I would have been pissed off about this shit. This is funny as fuck. I've been laughing. I've been hanging on to this every day. Um, Again, shout out to Akatunde Nation TV. This nigga has been on top of it. He been on top of it every hour on the hour. He been dropping videos. So shout out to him. Um, who else? Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. I believe we're going to be doing a live stream about this. I'm not sure. I got to get in contact with him and we got to set up a date because this is going to be some funny ass shit. Berserker says this is MAGA country, rolling on the floor. Yeah, exactly. Like no one talks like that. I know MAGA dudes. They don't. First of all, let me say this: are there racists that are Republicans? Yes, or that have a conservative mindset? Sure. I'm not going to deny that because there's racism, excuse me, everywhere. But no one talks like that. Especially, let me tell you something. I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar in Chicago, especially, no one's talking like that. There's no way. And I know MAGA dudes. I know white MAGA dudes. I know black MAGA dudes. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm telling you, anyone that has like a liberal mindset, or let me not even say liberal, I got to get out of that. Like this, like a leftist mindset, go and talk to a MAGA dude. Do yourself a favor. Go talk to them and see what they're all about. Sit and listen and have a healthy exchange, a dialogue. That's what we're missing today. You know, no one wants to sit down and talk. That's why, again, I always say I'm more conservative leaning as I grow up. I always say I'm a center right because I enjoy having that dialogue. I enjoy learning. You know, nowadays these far leftists, they don't want that. Far leftist ideologues, they're infecting everything, every aspect of life. I mean, someone brought up Captain Marvel in the beginning. I believe it was Geek Assault brought up Captain Marvel. I am not seeing that movie because of this bitch Brie Larson. She don't know how to shut her fucking mouth. And I have no intention on spending my hard-earned cash on some SJW bullshit. And this is the same thing. Look at this. This guy, this is how far Trump derangement syndrome goes. I mean, you have bitches like Kathy Griffin who exemplify this constantly on Twitter. Just go on her Twitter. You have, again, your Alyssa Milano's, Kamala Harris's, you know, your Talib Kweli's that are just insane. You know what I mean? Like they don't know how to just live life. You can't, you know, everything got to be racism. Everything. I mean, what does that say about you? You know? Let me see. Geekasol says Subway ain't that good. Yeah, you know what? My problem with Subway is that, listen, if that's why I like going to regular delis. Because look, don't be counting out my fucking meat when you're putting it on a sandwich. Don't do that shit. That shit pisses me off. Like, okay, I want I don't know, an Italian, and you're sitting there putting like 2 slices of meat. Go fuck yourself, Subway, for that. Some shit I fuck with over there, like their soups, I fuck with, like if I want to get in and get out. But when they start doing all that fucking counting my meat out, no. I'm not down with that shit. Shows how easy you can get, how you can control and get people in an uproar. Yeah, Dwayne Pierce. Listen, and that's another thing I want to thank Jussie Smollett for this whole shit that's going on. It got people to critically think again because we've lost that. Nobody likes to use common sense. Nobody likes to critically think. And I'm glad that it pushed some people now to critically think. Now you're going to think about all these little things that come out. You're going to think about every single little thing. I mean, there's some people that are so far gone that they don't want to think. They just want to believe. And that's the problem in this situation, that people were so willing to believe this bullshit, not because they care about you, Jussie Smollett. They don't care about your black ass. Neither do you care about people you may have put in danger. You don't care. You just want to look like, look, I'm the victim. Jump on fucking, what the fuck do you call it? Good Morning America. Yeah, listen, I'm the victim, but I'm going to virtue signal for all black gay youth. Was it really worth it? You could have started a program with your money. It would have generated money, generated you the adoration that you want, and you could have actually helped people out, bro. What did you accomplish? Dude, oh my god. Alex Robinson says, damn, he was so sloppy with the planning of this whole thing. He'd make a shitty screenwriter. His plot holes looking like Swiss cheese. Dean, Dwayne Pierce says, just cancel shit. Dina Marie says, MAGA dudes are some of the best people I know. Yeah, I mean, I've run into some of these guys, and they just down to earth. They just go, look, these are the reasons why. I say, listen, I could respect that. I could respect why you voted this way. Hell, I want people to respect why I feel the way I feel, why I support Trump when it comes for just by him being the president alone. I don't care if the president was Hillary. Even though I view myself as a conservative libertarian, I would still support her off the rip. Just the fact that she's the president, because I wouldn't want her to fail. But thank God she's not in the White House. I will say that. Thank God she's not in there. D-Man. Oh, thanks for the super chat. This is going to destroy the Me Too movement. People crying. Well, exactly. Thank you again, Jussie Smollett, because the Me Too movement is a fucking joke. And you just provided the death knell for it. Because now, with this shit, it's going to destroy the whole believe survivors nonsense. No, I hear survivors. I like facts and evidence. Okay, those are two things that are crucial because I mean I've said this 1,000 times and it's common sense. People could just make fake accusations. I'm done. Listen, I want evidence. I want facts. I mean, if y'all didn't learn this after the Kavanaugh shit, if people are willing to go this far for power to ruin people's lives, this shows you. Let me tell you something. 2020, when election time comes again, it is going to be hilarious, dude. I'm literally planning a party. Me and my man were talking about this, dude. These Democrats, it's going to be, oh God, I could just imagine. I mean, look at who they got. You got Kamala Harris, who I'm glad the black community, majority of black community is looking at this bitch and saying, nah, I ain't fucking with you. I'm glad that a lot of y'all are starting to wake up and be a little bit politically active. Okay, so she's gone. There's no way. Cory Booker, nah. I don't see that. I'm from Jersey. This dude, I'm not even gonna. This dude is hilarious. Hasn't done anything. Newark is still shit. Like, nah. Elizabeth Warren. this chick is. Everyone complains about cultural appropriation and all that shit. This bitch sat there and pretended she was an American Indian, a minority, and actually benefited from it. So, and it's funny how these far leftists ain't calling out for that. But she comes back and apologizes. I mean, dude, Bernie Sanders announced his run the other day. I'm like, are you kidding me? And you know what their whole platform is Trump is bad. That's all they got. That's it. And this shit that AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, that she did just the other day with Amazon. Oh my God. All right, let's read some of these. Supersonic says Captain Marvel will be the death of the MCU. Yeah, I believe that definitely. Geekasol says Alita Battle Angel was fire. Yeah, I'm hearing that because I remember growing up. I remember the anime. I never watched it, but I remember seeing all these ads for it in all these anime insiders and shit like that. Um, Blackest Night says same here. Not watching Captain Marvel. Only reason I was gonna watch it was because of its ties to Infinity War. But fuck it. Exactly. I'm waiting for some dude to upload the pre and post credit scene. That's all I need. And I'm also interested to see if Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury loses his eye. I'm interested in seeing that. Other than that, fuck Brie Larson. I ain't seen Captain Marvel. I'm gonna go see the real Captain Marvel. I'm gonna go see Shazam. That looks good. Up. I see Truetel is in the house. Hang on. Min Katran, he was lucky he pulled this stunt during the summer and not below 0 degree winter. Can you imagine if a riot broke out over that? Yeah. Alex Robertson says Alita was awesome. More magic, says Talib is so dumb. I agree. Joshua Sanders says, and they still refuse to accept that Colin Kaepernick sold them out twice. Yeah, listen, I got into it. Look, when it comes down to that, look, let me clarify my stance with that. First of all, let me see what True Teller didn't say anything. He just posted $25. Thanks, bro. Love you, man. You did it twice. Love you twice, man. You know what it is, man. But with the Kaepernick situation, look, what he was protesting in the beginning, I have no issue with that. Any rational-minded individual does not want police or anybody in a position of power to abuse it. I'm all for that. My disagreement with him is the fact that he brought it into the NFL. And people are so disingenuous that they'll say, well, he has freedom of speech and he has the right to do. Sure, he does. However, you have to think about what you're doing and where you're doing it. You're going to a football game, or you're there people are there for escapism, not for any type of political stance, none of that nonsense. Look, there's even liberals that agree with this. Look, I want to go see a football game because I've been talking politics 24/7. Now you come in and you start doing that shit. It's like people are going to get turned off. People are going to be like, dude, nah, come on, man. Like, I just want to watch a game. And then, the whole after game interviews and all that start becoming political. And it's like, dude, I want to talk about that dope interception. I want to talk about that touchdown at the last minute on the fourth quarter. That's what I'm there for. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here for, well, are you Black Lives Matter or are you? Nah, fuck that nonsense. All right? And I always say, like, he should have, this is just my opinion, he should have just, gone off the field. I believe he still lives in California, I think. Dude, he could have gone on some tour to these liberal colleges and made much speak. Go, like Ben Shapiro said, go in front of a police station. That would make much more of a bigger impact because they don't want that heat. When you start going to their front door, they're going to be like, what the fuck is going on? Especially someone of his caliber. But that's why I have a disagreement with him. People, as far as him getting paid for this shit, well, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's all weird to me because, with the NFL doing this, this isn't a 60. What is it? 60 to 80 mil. That ain't nothing to them. Supersonic says, I want Iron Man, Captain America, or Thor to be the ones that defeat Thanos. If they let Captain Marvel kill Thanos, I'm throwing my Pepsi at the screen. I agree. Because Kevin Feige was on record saying, "Oh, she's the most powerful," and they have to boost her up. They have to, this is ridiculous. No, I'm not buying that. And also in the comic book, it wasn't Captain Marvel alone that defeated Thanos. I think Adam Warlock came in, who they still have hovering around. Like they showed his cocoon in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. He's not here yet, but that'd be dope if they brought him in and other characters. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Dwayne Pierce says, I want to know what you doing walking outside when they telling you stay inside if you can. Random person says Trump is secretly related to Cthulhu. He drives a far left crazy just by seeing it. Yes. Cthulhu still freaks me out though, man. Just seeing that creature freaks me the fuck out. Could you imagine it in the morning or at night and you just see the tentacle? Dude, that's one of the few mics. More magic, Philly Hoagies. That's right. Yep. Dude, Dwayne Pierce says, dude is out at 2 a.m. for Subway and weather that feels like -40 and shit. Dwayne Pierce says, I'm from Detroit, trying to walk anywhere during the winter. Think I'm going to be walking at 2 a.m. and it's -40 outside. Yeah, hang on. Geekasol says, millennials, social engineering at its best. Min Katran, misanthropic. Who's worse in your opinion, Don Lemon or Roland Martin? That's a good question. That's a good question. Wow. I would say I'm gonna go just based off of exposure alone. I'm gonna have to go with Don Lemon because he's more out there. He's more known. But both of them on the same level of shilling and all that. They both kind of the same to me. But I'm gonna give it more to Don Lemon because he's out there. He's more of a household name, if you know what I mean. Supersonic Warrior says, sick of SJWs in general. Yeah, I agree. Byron Vaughn says, what's funny is dude compares himself to Tupac. Yeah, exactly. Fact that Berserker says, fact is that Jussie doesn't care about black or gay people. He just wants attention. Yeah, he's a narcissist. He cares about himself. That's it. He just cares about his own black ass self. More Magic says, keep an eye on Kamala. Her father threw her under the bus. What? I got to look into that. I don't know what. I got to see what her father said. Joshua Sanders says Kamala Harris equals Hillary Clinton equals Cory Booker equals Bill Clinton. Yeah, exactly. Dina Marie says Liawatha Warren. Yeah. True teller, I'm in here. Random person. Is Orange Man bad? Geek Assault, doesn't Booker have a sexual? Yeah, he does. The gay, supposedly, like he. Dude, that is the funniest fucking thing. His story is hilarious. Supposedly, he's in some bathroom at one of these rallies, and he gropes this one dude in the bathroom and says, "Let this senator wants to thank you for his service, for your service." I'm like, what? Dude, that is classic. That is funny fucking shit. Brian X, yeah, fuck Amazon jobs because socialist reasons. Exactly. Art Carter says these liberal leftist people are more racist than conservatives. These liberals are the ones causing the gentrification in black neighborhoods that black people complain about. Exactly. Brian says, look at Brie Larson's feet. LOL, gross. Yes, someone else told me that, and I searched it, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Webster Colley, nowadays people are so delusional that they even turn away from the truth and facts. True teller, this is for lunch. Thank you. Random person says the SJW crowd is claiming Alita Battle Angel is too sexual in several articles. It's kind of crazy. Exactly. You know why they're saying that? Because that movie didn't pander. It didn't push feminism. It didn't do any of the identity politics nonsense. That's why they're doing that. Because it was just a movie that was based off the merits of what it was. It basically was like it just went back to how the way movies were. You know what I mean? Like, for example, my recent example that I keep bringing up is Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was great. No identity politics. No, well, she's a woman and you gotta go see it. No, I love what Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot did. Listen, come see this movie. It's gonna be a great movie. That's it. That's all you need to put out there. Leave the rest up to the fans. That's it. Don't push no fucking stupid ass agenda. Stop it. All right. Don't ask me. So Colin is using the power of his position. The cycle continues. Dwayne Pierce says ESPN made that cap shit an issue of. Hold on. This went down. They never talked about it. Nobody knows he's kneeling. Michael C. What's up, dude? Thomas Richardson. Then Colin, we claim to be black. I don't even. Yeah, I think he's half. Vigo Von Doom says it should be Thor. Well, yeah, he did promise. He did promise to kill him. True Teller says he used simple-minded people, weak Negroes, and a major platform, NFL, to meet his own personal agenda. Then he cashed out and didn't break bread with those slaves he used, except the lawyers, of course. True Teller says Don Lemon because he's a super duper. You meant to say SJW, yeah. But so is Roland Martin. Art Carter says Colin Kaepernick was put up to protesting. He hasn't even felt the struggle. Just look at his upbringing. Yeah, that's another thing that I disagree with him on. Is, dude, you were raised in the whitest neighborhood by a white family. It's like, bro, come on, dude. Like, and I get that certain people, like, they want to help out. I get that. If people from other races want to help out, that's fine. But when you're running around and you're doing this, that, and the third, and it's like, you know, and part of it is our fault as black people because we love our mixed race and light-skinned fucking leaders. And mind you, Colin Kaepernick, he's kind of smart in a sense because he don't talk too much. That's why I don't understand why black people look to him as a leader. But he's smart. He lets his two bitches talk for him. That bitch Nessa and his other bitch Ebro. And let me tell you something. He's kind of smart because, mark my words, them two are going to say something so outlandish that he's going to distance himself from it. That's why he's quiet. He's very sharp when it comes to that. I have to give him credit when it comes to that. Colin Kaepernick don't say shit. These two are going to get him in trouble. They're going to say something. It's going to be linked back to him, and he's going to have plausible deniability. Hey, I never said that shit. He's smart for that shit. Don't Ask Me says, always give feminists what they want. I saw Pound Me Too and thought she was asking for it. Joe Dirt says, hail Misanthropic One. Love you too, bro. True Teller says, the only thing I'm looking forward to in Marvel movies is Ant-Man getting out of that realm. Exactly. And let me tell you something. Let's go back to Captain Marvel for a minute. You know what I am looking forward to? Because Disney is supposedly getting the rights back from Fox. They're working on that. If they do happen to get X-Men, if they do happen to get Fox, which they will acquire all the X-Men rights and all that shit, the one thing I am looking forward to is seeing Rogue come in and sap the fucking powers out of Captain Marvel. My phone's going off. Let me turn this off. I'm hoping that they do that. Then I will go see her get the powers sucked out of her by Rogue. I am so looking forward to that. I hope Marvel does that and get rid of her, weaken her ass, put her ass in that fucking coma. Knock her out. Wrestling Superstar says, I hope that feminists, simps, and SJWs take heed because their days are numbered because of Jesse's bullshit. Mr. Nelson says, what are your thoughts on the infanticide bill the Democrats are trying to push? Yeah, listen, it's not even a topic of abortion anymore. They're actually pushing that late-term abortion, and that guy Northam from Virginia, and I'm not even going to go into Virginia with those governors because they got their own fucking set of issues, as you can see. But that dude is talking about, yeah, if you have the baby, we can make it comfortable, and then you could decide if you want to. Dude, that is sick. Dude, let me tell you, God, especially you men out there, you men, this is a message to my brothers out there. You got to get out of U.S., man. U.S. is becoming too fucked up. I'm telling you. Look, I'm looking at DR. I'm planning a trip to Colombia soon. I got to get out of here. Let me tell you, a lot of my friends are like, yeah, but that's the third world. Let me tell you something. My parents are from the third world, and I love it there more than here because there's a lot of first world problems here. People are creating nonsense, creating problems, fabricating, as we can see with Jussie Smollett. I mean, when I just came back from DR, about 2 weeks ago, for like my fourth or fifth time. I love it down there. You wake up, it's fucking stress free. You treat it like a king down there. There's always respect everywhere you go. The states are for the birds, man. If the SJWs want it, they can have it. As far as I'm concerned, you want to sit here and put that infanticide nonsense out? Take it. Take it. They always end up eating their own anyway. So, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Dwayne Pierce says, I hate this super sensitive ass society we live in now. I agree. A dude's thought. Random person. That makes me want to go see the film even more, bro. I'm going to go Friday to see it. Aquaman did not pander either. And they didn't like it either. Yeah, oh yeah, you're talking about Alita. Edwin Duenas. Yeah, sweaty. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm going to the gym. I'm actually taking my time eating this shit. I'm going to the gym after I finish this video. This is the hat I wear to the gym. That's why it's sweaty as fuck. Alex Robinson says, off topic, but have you ever thought of being a journalist? I think you would make people actually think for a change. Dude, I was writing a book. I still have it somewhere. I don't know if I want to be a journalist because the way things are going now, like when I was a kid, I wanted to be an actor. But look at how Hollywood is. You got to subscribe to a certain way of thinking. You got to all think the same. I'm not down with that. Same thing with journalism, bro. I mean, it's funny how Kanye came out and said the majority of media is liberal. And, Saturday Night Live and all these people try to hang him for it. Go look up a woman named Lara Logan. She just came out and said the same thing. She said, yeah, 85% of media is liberal. So you're going to have a liberal bias. Like there's no objectivity anymore. So I don't know if I want to be part of that world. You know what I mean? I don't know. And then when you put out like a different side of things, they try to malign you and try to discredit you and shit. I don't know. Dina Marie says Jussie's mugshot coming out. Brian X says Jussie Jewish. Don't let that fact slip by when looking at his political motivations. Dude's Thoughts says I have to give Kaepernick credit. Smart dude. He does spend a good amount of money on charity. That he does. True Teller says, hell yeah. I said the same thing. Rogue put that bitch on her ass. Yeah. If they do that, I'll go back and watch the Captain Marvel shit. So I could be so angry and it'll make that moment even sweeter for me, you know. So yeah, I hope they do get X-Men just for that reason alone. A dude's thoughts. Laughing my ass off, bro. I doubt Marvel is going to go with that storyline of Rogue stealing Captain Marvel's powers in the films. Captain Marvel is going to be heavily pushed going forward. I agree. They Captain Marvel, for those that don't know, Captain Marvel has been rebooted so many times within the last, I don't know, 6 years. I would say she got rebooted, what, 6, 7 times? That's how little she's wanted, because they're trying to push her down your throat. They changed her design. That's number one. They gave her this, for lack of a better term, this whole lesbianic look. You know, they didn't give her a shapely figure anymore. They took that away. Then they started pushing, like, you know, feminist powers. People were like, nah, fuck that. We don't want that shit. If you're gonna do Captain Marvel, the female Captain Marvel, give us the old school Captain Marvel. That body, that mindset, not none of this nonsense. I mean, those books sit on the shelf. Go to your local comic book store and you'll see Captain Marvel does not budge. It's collecting cobwebs on that shelf. Especially for straight men. Exactly, Dwayne. Truth Teller says, what do I think about my son? I see him as another race baiter in the making. Yeah, he's a good MC. I just think that, you know, he's another one of these guys. Like he reminds me of, what's the guy's name from Black Lives Matter? D-Ray. Like, you saw D-Ray with his famous picture where he's arrested but looking up, and dude, that's a photo op, bro. That he just dude. Like, what are you getting arrested for? If you peacefully protesting, what are you getting arrested for? Like, there's that. I'm telling you, you got pictures of this guy, my son, with that picture, with that shirt that says, immigration is a black issue, which I totally disagree with. Actually, it is, because if you're letting in illegals and they're coming in to your neighborhood, because mind you, them liberals, they'll sit there, or fuck it, you know what I mean by when I say liberals. They don't want them living in their neighborhoods. Guess where they're coming to live? In your neck of the woods. They're coming for your jobs. So it is a black issue in that sense. But, you know, fighting for other people's causes, I'm not doing that nonsense. Logan Braveheart. Hey, what up, my brother? First time I seen you live. Yo, Logan. Yo, you're an old school fan, bro. Stefan Lexima says, what do you think of the Czarface Ghostface album? I just got it in Amazon. I just got it last night. I didn't listen to it yet. Dwayne Pierce, man, I used to want to rap. Now you don't even got to rap anymore. Just say the same shit everybody else is doing, and it's lit. But if you got bars, they try to cancel you for thinking. Yep. Dwayne Pierce, look up a dude named Lord Luss. Lord, and Luss is LHUS. That dude is a very, very opinionated. You know, I agree with a lot of the shit he says, but he kind of, you know, he kind of, I don't want to say blackballed, but he beefed with a lot of dudes. You know, I love his music. Shout out to Lord Luss, but he beefed with a lot of, even some of my favorite rappers on the underground. But check him out. Geek Assault, you see what Marvel did to Iceman? Exactly. Yep, that's a perfect example. Stefan Leximon says, Captain Marvel getting great reviews, but she's getting rebooted. Yeah, right now in the movies, the critics, you see, they're already pandering. They're already saying, oh my God, this is the greatest movie ever. Fuck that. I'm going to sit it out. Berserker says, Jussie arrested on a felony charge. Yep. Truth Teller says, no one checks for Captain Marvel at comic stores. Yeah, that's right. Old school Tony Carter says my son is nice. Yeah. Gigasalt. Yes. Thank you. That's my next point. Gigasalt says the original female Captain Marvel was a black woman. It's funny how SJWs, this proves my point, that they know nothing about the mediums that they want to influence. They know nothing about them. The original female Captain Marvel was a female named Monica Rambeau, who actually led the Avengers. But I see in the movie that they're making Monica Rambeau her best friend, apparently. So they made Monica an Easter egg. So I just want to see the SJWs eat their own by saying, well, wait a minute, you took away a spot from a minority. It should be a black female. Yeah, it's just so funny, man. This is why these SJWs and these far left ideologues, they're so funny because they end up destroying themselves because they know nothing about these mediums. They don't care for it. And let me tell you another thing. A lot of these SJWs will not support Captain Marvel. They just want to see more representation. They don't care that they don't care about Captain Marvel like that. They don't care about Marvel Comics. Liberals equal upper middle class latte drinking white Americans. Exactly. Art Carter says, I want to see all these pro athletes take a knee in the hood for all the black on black crime and hatred we have towards each other. Exactly. I've been saying that for the longest time. That's my biggest beef or gripe with Black Lives Matter. If you're taking that stance, that Black Lives Matter, and mind you, I agree with the original premise. Like I said, with Colin Kaepernick, I agree with that. No one in a position of power should ever be allowed to use abuse their power. You don't want cops just running around shooting people in cold blood. That's just obvious. But if you're going to profess that we have all this love for each other, you need to take your asses to Chicago, to Birmingham, Alabama, Baltimore, and say, hey, listen, cut that shit because you're making us look bad. All right? True, the white chick was called Miss Marvel. Yeah, then Carol Danvers became Captain Marvel later. Yeah, is Iceman a homo now? Yeah, he's gay. They made him gay. Alex says, I wanted to wait until the end of the stream to ask, but do you think you will ever do a stream ranking Cannibals albums like you did with Jedi Mind Tricks? I could do that, sure. Reason I ask is because you got me into him about 8-9 years ago, and I'm interested in what your favorites are. Yeah, I could do a cannabis ranking for you. Yeah, I'm just looking at the cannabis albums right now. Where the fuck are they? Yeah, they're down there. Shout out to Cannabis, by the way. Yeah, Dwayne Pierce. Look him up. Joe Dirt says Monica Rambeau was the best Captain Marvel. Why does everyone forget her? SJWs sure as hell forgot her or didn't think about her. A dude starts Art Carter. Nah, bro, that would mean some self-reflection, ability to see our own faults and admit the white boogeyman is not the cause of all our problems. Stefan Lexima says, going to skip Captain Marvel and wait for Endgame. Yup, that's me, buddy. Dudes thought Jussie better work out a deal to stay out of prison because they are going to work that booty in prison all day. Old school Tony Carter. I fuck with Captain Marvel. Shazam. LOL. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. I'm going to go see that Captain Marvel. Dwayne Pierce says, wise man once said chickens come home to roost. Exactly. True Teller says, I won't be surprised if characters like Hulkling, Karma, and Wiccan get their own movies just because they are gay characters. Yeah, let me tell you, the Marvel's next phase, they're taking a huge risk. Number one, they got this bitch is supposed to be their flagship character, even though they still have Spider-Man going into the next phase. Well, I think they still have that joint merger with Sony. but he does count for next phase because you have Far From Home coming out after Endgame. But Captain Marvel is supposed to be the premier character. That's a problem. They got to get this bitch to shut the fuck up. That's no joke, because that's the other thing. They had the estimated first weekend close to, what is it? I think 180, $200 million. You know what the estimates are now? 80 million. Because this bitch will not shut her mouth. People are saying, no, I don't want to go see it. I don't want to deal with this. Stefan says, is Firestar still in Marvel? The chick that's with the New Warriors, that was with the New Warriors in the 90s, I think she is. Kel says, how do you feel about them making Starfire a black woman in Titans? I don't care. I mean, that she is a black woman. I just think that the costume is lazy as fuck. I think that if they gave her a more lighter orange skin, maybe. But overall, the costume is kind of shit. What up? Have you checked, Osvaldo? Have you checked the news? Starface meets Ghostface. If so, what are your thoughts? If you're not gonna do, no. Someone else just asked me that. I have it. It just came in the mail yesterday, so I'm gonna go listen to it a little later. Geek Assault says Jean Grey unlocked Bobby's mind so he couldn't suppress homosexuality, so she made him gay. North Star is a gay Marvel character. Why not give him a movie? Yeah, exactly. But what they want to do is, because I know why they're doing it, because why they won't push North Star. Because what they want to do is they want to take the popular characters that already have a following and just attribute these traits to them. That just shows how lazy and how much these creators have a lack of creativity. They all they are activists that are jumping in and trying to change shit and push a agenda. It's not about that. It's not about them dealing with existing characters. Like, they were talking about making a black Batman. Why? Like, why? Like, you got Lucius Fox's son that you could use. You have the African Batwing. Why don't you pump them up instead of making Bruce Wayne black? That's stupid. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, let's go down. Geek Assault said Bree said Marvel told her to push feminism for the movie. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. I don't care who told her that shit. She's still at SJW, because when what was it? A Wrinkle in Time came out, you heard her talking about, well, that movie was created by a woman of color, so no white man should be talking about it or criticize. It's like, shut the fuck up. If there's a critic that's there to criticize a movie or to give his thoughts on it, that's what he's paid to do. What does the color of his skin have anything to do with his merit of being a critic? And she's saying the same thing about Captain Marvel. That's why, you have that huge demographic that says, you know what, my money ain't good enough for you, so fuck you. And I don't blame them. I don't blame white people that don't want to go see, white men, excuse me, that don't want to see that movie. Knowledge asks, hey brother, what do you think about Jamie Foxx playing Spawn? And are you hyped for the movie and Todd's take on it being a horror and not a superhero movie? I was such a big Spawn fan in the 90s, man. Spawn was the shit. I still love those original, the first 50 to 70 comics. Those were fucking immaculate. I love Spawn. Jamie Foxx playing him, great pick. Although you might have to, no, he's already in shape. What am I saying? I was gonna say give him martial arts, but Spawn really isn't that much of a martial artist. I loved Michael Jai White as a pick for him, but that original movie was shit. Jamie Foxx is gonna do good as Al Simmons. I want to see his take on Spawn, on it being horror. I want to see what the fuck, because Spawn already is a scary fucking dude. But I know what you're saying. It's going to be based on Sam and Twitch, running around and investigating the alleys and shit like that, and Spawn is more in the background, like he's more of a boogeyman. I want to see what he does with it because I like Todd McFarlane. I've always been a fan of his. Let's see. True Teller says, honestly, my love for Marvel might be meeting Stan Lee at the grave. Rest in peace, Stan Lee, and sorry for what they're doing, your vision. Exactly. You know, someone left a comment saying, you know, Stan Lee, you know, I'm kind of glad Stan Lee is gone for the simple fact that he can't see what Marvel is becoming. And I agree with that. Tom Richardson says, imagine if they made Storm a white woman. Yeah, they'll be all, yeah, it wouldn't, it's just stupid, you know? Everything has to be a minority team now, too, like an Umbrella Academy. They're just forcing casting to cover all bases. Exactly. Same thing with that show, Sense8. Sense8, great premise. I enjoyed it, but it got hailed for diversity. I'm just like, what? Who can't? Whatever. Dude starts laughing my ass off. A black Batman sounds stupid as hell. Just make some new damn characters and have them team up with the original characters to push them. Exactly. What's up, Adam Phillip? Spawn better be a darker movie and not all cute, says Dwayne. Yes. He says he's going for rated R. I gets it in, says faggot juicy. Jesus Christ. No chill, man. True Teller says, I want another Ghost Rider. Yeah, listen, if you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I kind of had to get out of it because it was getting a little bit too SJW for me, watch season 4. They went with the Robbie Reyes version of Ghost Rider. Fucking insane. Just watch season 4. That's it. Don't watch anything else because it kind of drags, you know, and, you know, they have some cameos. They do put some real characters in there, but they're all like lower tier characters. But they did do Ghost Rider, the Robbie Reyes version with the muscle car. Fucking insane. Image Comics had all the dope comics back in the 90s. They sure did. I want a good Dark Venom and Carnage movie. I agree. Don't ask me. Says, in 100 years, will white people be upset by POC saying MAGA? MAGA with an ER. Oh, MAGA with an ER will be okay for whites to say, but MAGA with a hard A will upset them. Dwayne Pierce says, please do. I keep wondering why movies aren't rated R anymore. Oh, True Teller, you saw that season? I thought that Robbie Reyes was dope because I was, you know, I grew up with Dan Ketch and Johnny Blaze, but Robbie Reyes did his thing. I loved him, and he is considered MCU. And if you do watch it, you see that the other Ghost Rider, so it's either I believe it's the Dan Ketch version, does roam around. So he is in the MCU because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is MCU, so he does exist. I want a Czarface movie. Yup. Shout out to my man Esoteric. If you're watching this, you got a fan that wants a Czarface movie. I concur. I gets it in, says, I heard that's the hold up Spawn because he's trying to push for it to be a horror-like film, but it's the studio fighting against that. Thomas Richardson says, White Storm marries T'Challa and becomes Queen of Wakanda. I might have been a little weird, but I like the Max. Yeah, remember the Max on MTV when MTV was MTV? Remember the Max? They made the cartoon of it. Dwayne Pierce says they need to let the creative create and stop trying to chase money. If the product is good, the money will. Exactly my point. True Teller says if they make a Dark Venom movie fighting Carnage, they will have to include Spider-Man because Venom always gets Spider-Man to help him fight Carnage. Geekasol says they also made Negative Man, the new Doom Patrol show, gay. The actor plays the part is gay. Yeah, that's the other thing that I can't stand. They have to do the same thing. They have to say, well, he's gay, so we're going to shovel them in and do like. I gotta make a totally different video on that. Hell yeah, Scarface movie would be dope. Yep, they should make a Marvel vs. Capcom movie. Maybe that might be a little bit too much. True teller. Last thing, bro. Yeah, I'm about to go. My fucking food is getting cold because I'm fucking with y'all. And Jussie Smollett, you son of a bitch. Dwayne Pierce, exactly. I was mad too. Listen, if you're gonna do Venom, do it right. Granted, I did enjoy the movie, but you know, I'm mad his insignia wasn't there. I'm mad that, they didn't incorporate Spider-Man in some way, shape, or form. I mean, the movie was decent for what it was, though. I love Tom Hardy. I know they made Scarface figures. I don't remember for what album. I think it was the second one that they did the Scarface figures for. Can I get a music review on PD Crack? Yeah, I gotta listen to his shit. True Teller. Crack file series he has out. Okay. Um, Jussie did that to save his character. Dude, there's two motivating factors. They're saying that his character was already getting written off the show. So they so in order to gain some relevance, he did this. And the other story is that he mailed those letters to himself. Those letters that were saying like faggot and nigger, like he mailed them to himself and cracked like Tylenol and put it on it and made it seem like he was getting death threats and being threatened through mail and shit. And by the way, he could also get charged with mail fraud. That's the other thing. That's federal shit. He could be doing federal time as well. He's facing federal charges. Um, The Rock might be out as Black Adam. I hope not. Carnage looks corny. I don't know, Dwayne Pierce. I'm like half and half on that because I know Carnage is supposed to be younger, but Woody Harrelson, he's a great actor. So we'll see. Crack File series he has out. I'm gonna look that up. Geek Assault says they have to push that perversion, bro. I'm not. Yeah, that's a federal. He is, bro. They're looking into that now. Don't ask me, says Jussie says, of course my prints are on the letters. I opened them. Exactly. That's gonna be his defense. Yeah, exactly. What's that Jussie dude's problem? Beyond retard. Exactly. He has Trump derangement syndrome. That's all it is. Like he said, I go hard on 45. Ugh, which was so cringy to say. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, he wants to be a martyr. That's all it is. Yeah, he loves attention. He's an attention whore, much like majority of Hollywood. Much like you go on Twitter, you're gonna see a lot of these people. Bette Midler, Patton Oswalt. It's all the same nonsense. True Teller says, let me know when you get that hat. Nick mailed it out. Yeah, I got to represent with that hat in my video. Definitely. Thanks a lot, bro. Love you too, dude. Alex, yes. No problem. Listen, guys, I'm about to go. I spent a fucking over an hour with you. Tupac Estate should sue him for slander he did on Tupac. Exactly. I'm the gay Tupac, y'all. Fuck out of here, bro. Ain't nobody buying that bullshit. Listen, I gotta go. I gotta finish this food. I gotta run to the gym, get this workout on. Fudge pie. Wow. Russian colluder bot says, well, he got his wish. It just didn't turn out how he planned. Like that genie that screws up all your wishes. Yep. Russian colluder, what the fuck? I be seeing you on a lot of videos, bro. A lot of the same videos, my same people that I like. Yeah, I gotta go, dude. I've been doing this for a fucking hour, over an hour, man. So I gotta get out of here, dude. My food is fucking cold, and I gotta get to this gym. I didn't think I would be here that long, but we started talking Marvel comic shit and SJW. So yeah, man, I gotta go. I'm so sorry, man. Love you though. We better all hope Captain Marvel flops. Because if it doesn't, here comes Kamala Khan. Yeah, exactly. Wasn't he on the show? Wasn't he on the show? Well, later. True Teller, what are you talking about? Mr. Nelson, no, I don't want to link. Okay, all right, I get your text. I don't want a new Linkin Park with another vocalist. It's not the same without Chester. I don't want to deal with it. No. But I'm about to go. Love you guys. Sorry it's this long, man. That's all I gotta say. All right, everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. Jussie, thank you for the content, and hopefully, I do this shit with O'Shea Duke because it's gonna be a celebration when this motherfucker finally is behind bars. Norm B, Jersey is up in this bitch, but I'm about to go. All right, peace, bitches.